man. See? The best laid plans of mice and men. Let me see, how do you swap this out? Is it like that? Oh, there it is. Good morning, people. You're looking at a brother trying to figure out his technology. What's going on? Everybody on VoxWave.com and also on Facebook Live. Y'all are live in the studio. Oh, man, what did I just do? Let me swap it out again. Oh, no. Let me swap it out again. Okay, we back. I don't know how this happened. We appreciate y'all for being on the show. I'm trying to get this thing in the rig. Oh, what's up, cousin? What's up, brother? My brother Raj in the building. My brother Jimmy in the building. My family Janice in the building. What's going on, Mr. Sanders? How you doing, sir?
Good morning.
Good morning. You looking sharp, man.
Well, I'm trying to project a better image.
Look like health and fitness.
I've been working out.
Look like a Marine.
I am.
Always a Marine.
Always a Marine.
Yeah.
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Semper Fi.
Semper Fi.
Yeah.
And when the caissons go rolling along.
Rolling along. Yeah. Yeah, my man Joe Harrison in the building. What are we doing? We got to be doing something right if Joel in the building. We appreciate everybody just for stopping by. You're watching the Hall Street Journal. We're here to educate, edify, enlighten, and entertain. I'm excited to be here on VoxWave.com. The hotline to call in if you just want to put in your commentary on whatever the topic is for the day. In the show is 240-719-2560. You can call in live and become part of the Hall Street Journal. Paul Cotton, man, we getting famous people that are actually coming on board here. All the Howard University family. Howard University is up in arms right now because, I don't know if you knew about it, but the Black Panther attended the Mecca. So if you didn't know, you better ask somebody. The Black Panther got it together at the Mecca. That's where he was trained. You know what I'm saying? My man Chadwick Boseman. And not only did he go to the Mecca, I'm super proud because he was part of my class of 2000. You know what I'm saying? So this is a fella I used to see on the campus. You know what I'm saying? And now he is the face of a movement in media that is transcending media. We got real live black superheroes in the world here. Joe, what's up, brother? HU, you know. We got another HU grad in the building. What's going on, man? Hey, we got, brother, look, I got to turn the camera, man. Y'all got to see this. Y'all got to see. This is the next generation over here. Hey, tell them who you are, man. Adrian Black, tell them what you do. Wow.
Congratulations.
Wow. Congratulations to the young man who went to the Mecca and is going to do big things in media, like Mr. Kugler and he's going to do big things. I just know it. The new generation is stepping up. Tiffany Holiday, how you doing, dear? Appreciate you for being here. Yeah, so we here, and I'm excited. We have had a crazy day. Wait, let me make a quick announcement. The VoxWave Coat Drive. We're sponsoring our coat drive out here, and the coats are collected to be distributed to various homeless shelters and families in the metro area. That's the D.C. metro area. You can come by 4711 Off Place in Suitland, Maryland. And for additional information, please contact Frank Dent at 301-442-9258. Yeah, we still collecting coats. They were supposed to be over, but 25th ain't here yet. 25th is tomorrow. You got till tomorrow to get them coats down here. Y'all know it's warming up.
Can I go get something and bring it back by here today?
Mr. Sanders, I know you got some coats. Are they
I'm gonna go buy something. Today,
Sanders, you got enough clothes for a clothing store.
Man,
this man got clothes going to sleep.
I got how many closets?
Too many. He got a whole room.
Wait a minute.
That's what happens when you accept septuagenarian. You know what I'm saying? When you got 70 years on the planet, you gonna accumulate some clothing.
2, 3.
Man, he counting his closets, y'all.
I got 5 closets.
All right. Big things popping.
Sorry.
If y'all want to call in the show, we got a couple interesting things we want to talk about. I was getting into it yesterday on Facebook with some people talking about this school shooting, gun control debate. We talking about, is it the video games? Is it the movie violence? Is it mental health? Is it about gun control? Is it about school security, which I'm an advocate of? What is really going on? We want to hear what you got to say. The president weighed in. He's talking about arming the teachers. I think arming teachers in class make about as much sense as arming a bank teller at the bank. And about as much sense as giving a stewardess a gun on a plane. It doesn't even make any sense to me to ask a teacher to now be a security guard when they got enough in their hands just to teach the kids. So, but that's just my opinion. I think, I'm a military veteran. I believe in securing the perimeter and securing the area. So same way we secure federal buildings and we secure airports and we secure the bank where the money at, we should be able to secure the school where the kids are at, because that's the real treasure of the nation. It's not the money in the bank, it's the kids in the school, So if we protect our children the way we protect our money,
Right.
then we don't have to worry about no mass shootings.
I agree.
You ain't seen no mass shootings at the bank in the airport, because if you come, I bet you they ain't had no mass shootings at the police station. Run up in there and talk about you a mass shooter and see what happens, because it's all people with guns. So, at the end of the day, that's just my opinion. I want to hear your opinion. Call in 240-719-2560. We got a federal officer in the building, the national treasure himself, Mr. Sanders. 40 years on the force, a Marine. What you think, Mr. Sanders?
When I was working for the United States Treasury, there's no way in the world could you slip through with a gun. No way.
No way.
So somebody's sleeping on the job, and somebody threw a stick in the gears of the machine of society. Something is seriously wrong with our system. So how in the world can we allow someone to get into a school and kill all these children?
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Hey,
Where's our leadership?
Yeah, and our leadership is talking about having a gun in the classroom instead of keeping the guns out the classroom to begin with, which you can do at the front door. It doesn't make any sense at all. And I heard you say something with absolute surety. The man said there's no way. You're not going in the U.S. Treasury Department.
Ain't no way.
With a gun. It can't happen.
Can't happen.
No way,
No
no how.
No.
Right? So if that means we have the capability to keep a weapon out of any place we decide we want to keep it out of.
That's right. Especially away from our children.
Oh my God.
That's sad.
It really is. It really is. Our realest treasure, our greatest treasure is our children, our future, and we should protect them first and foremost. Y'all can talk about gun control legislation, mental health administration. You can talk about everything else after, but we must now immediately, and I mean immediately, secure the schools. Every school. This should be nothing
Every
more.
school.
This is not the Democrat, Republican, none of that. This is not a black issue, a white issue. This is simply about protecting children, period. You cannot get to our children with guns in America, period. When they go to school, there should be the safest place they are at. Well, they say the school is big. Well, so is the airport. Well, there's a lot of schools. Well, there's a lot of banks. Okay?
Right.
But we got a way to deal with that. Well, people hanging around the school. Outlaw hanging around the school.
Right, 100%.
Make that against the rule. You can't hang around those schools.
No.
When them kids go in there, they are absolutely in the safe zone. Same way when the man starts shooting, first thing they do is what? Lock down the school. Well, just go ahead and lock down the school every day then. Just keep it on lock. Open it up, let them come in, and keep them protected. When it's over, open it up, protect them on the way out the door. We ain't got to worry about no more school shooting. So yeah,
right.
Now I may be right, I may be wrong. I want to hear anybody else's commentary. Call 240-719. No, I can't talk right now. No, I can't talk right now. All right, 240-719-2560. You are on the Hall Street Journal. Real Talk in the building. We're here to educate, edify, enlighten, and entertain. We almost We always on time except for when we late, and we are here. What you saying, Mr. Sanders?
I'll wait till you get finished.
No, I'm good.
When I was going to school in the state of Florida at Carver, I went to Carver, and we would have the police to come in every so often and do what they call a shakedown. You got to open your locker, and they got to check you out. You better not have a knife or a gun in your locker or on you. You're going to jail. That's where you're going.
It'll be a problem. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on in this country. I mean, we got to. I saw something on Facebook the other day where the people in Chicago, the council in Chicago, they are voting on a new law to outlaw people from wearing their pants hanging off their behinds with any part of their underwear showing. And now, let me tell you, I'm not an advocate of running around with your pants hanging off your butt. I'm not an advocate of that. I feel like there's a lot of problems that are associated with how you present yourself in society, and that can adversely affect a brother. And I said a brother because I know this is legislation targeting black men, because it's black men more often than not who do this. So disproportionately, my problem is you are giving the police yet another reason to accost a young black man on the street, now purely based upon the positioning of his pants. Now, so how can you be so foolish as to talk about Black Lives Matter and to deal with all the hell we got to deal with as a people just to get pulled over for driving while black? Now we gonna allow our young men to be pulled over for walking down the street while black, and somebody being able to say they saw part of your underwear. You don't want to have young black men in any type of unnecessary altercations, unarmed black men, or having unnecessary altercations with police officers over the positioning of their pants. Now, I don't know if these legislators are black or white, but I know they fools if they understand what a sensitive situation we in racially in this country right now, than to put a target on the back of every young brother who don't have his pants up as far as somebody say they ought to have it. Yet we got women who can walk around with their whole behind out, their whole breast out, every kind of which way from Sunday. They literally have women having movements to allow them to walk around topless in public, and you gonna tell a man he can't wear his pants hanging off his tail in the land of the free. I don't advocate it, but I advocate for his right to do it. That's my position. If you got an alternative position, I should say, I said anterior, I'm thinking about the black. 240-719-2560. What's up, Mr. Sanders?
I think of the term dignity, respect for yourself, and also you disgracing yourself when you walk around with your underwear showing you out in the public, in restaurants and in food establishments. That's not decent. That's indecent, and it's a poor reflection on your upbringing. You know, how you were raised. That's a reflection on your mother and your father, and your neighborhood, your friends. And that's sad that you would do that.
But
conduct yourself like that.
I absolutely agree. Now the question is, do they have the legal right to do it? Because in this country, it's a poor reflection on your upbringing to dress up in the Ku Klux Klan garb and march down the street and say, you hate black people. But in this country, you have the right to do it. So you telling me that a Ku Klux Klan member, a white nationalist, can go out talking about black people and Jewish people in public and carrying tiki torches protected by the police, but a black man has to wear his pants in a certain position. Now, both are a negative reflection. I feel some way about that Klan member, mama. But as a soldier, I realized that I wear the flag on my shoulder and fought in foreign land for that white racist right to call me a nigger. In this country, he has that right. It's offensive. I might take it to him and face the consequences, but we have freedom of speech. We have freedom to assemble. We have freedom to protest. And if anything, I want to validate the young man's right to make his own decision to pull his pants up.
I agree. I totally agree.
That's his decision.
We say that America is a land of the brave and home of the free. But I see a lot of division in society and disorder. There should be order, and there should not be division. It should not matter about what race, creed, color, national origin, sex, or religion you are. We all served in the military together. You know, we in the foxholes together, in the bunkers together. So we come back to this country and get treated like we're not even second-class citizens. And I don't agree with all this racism and discrimination. We should not have that. There never should have been a slavery in this country. There never should have been a civil war. Never should have been.
It never should have been, but
it was.
The fact is that it was, right? It was. And what I ask the people today is, why is it safer? It's you better off as a white man to walk up to an elementary school with an AR-15 than you are to be a black man to get pulled over for driving while black. Why do I see all these black men getting shot with their hands up, killed with their hands in the air, unarmed? You can't even go to get your wallet without getting murdered in front of your lady and your child. Murdered. But white people will walk into a movie theater with an AR-15 and kill everything moving and get taken alive. Sad. White people will go to the high school and kill 17 people and get taken without a scratch. White people will walk into a church and shoot people in the head while they're praying and get taken alive and taken to Burger King for a cheeseburger.
They, in Connecticut, a young fellow killed 20 children in an elementary school, and he killed his mother, killed 6 adults, and then killed himself. How in the world can we allow these things to happen? Somebody need to take the responsibility for all these things that's happening, you know, other than just that person. Somebody had to know something. Had to see that that person had a psychological something wrong with him.
Well, I mean, yes, and I don't know. I mean, to me, sometimes people snap. I can't put it on somebody else that had a responsibility.
No.
But what I'm saying is there should be equal treatment under the law. And to me, the circumstances surrounding these mass shootings and the treatment of the people who are engaging in this type of stuff demonstrates yet another disparity where we could be unarmed, not kill anybody, complying with officers' requests, doing what we're asked to do, still get tackled, still get beaten, still get killed over and over again, and yet society allows white people to murder hundreds of people, and the treatment is so docile I mean, I literally watched a video the other day of a black man in a wheelchair, unarmed, be shot by 3 armed white policemen.
That's sad.
Now, what is a man who clearly doesn't have the complete faculties of his body and seemingly his mind, what threat does he pose that a kid with an AR-15 that just killed 17 people not pose? And if you can get him without shooting him, why couldn't you get the guy in the wheelchair with no weapon at all? There's no good answer for that.
No.
And the police
Absolutely.
that are good police have got to, at some point, take a stand and say there's no good answer for that. Or you a bad police too. Now, I don't care about your fraternal order. I don't care about your blue blood. You's a liar if you try to tell me that you can reconcile those two differences. And I'm not citing one example. I'm citing multiple examples. Eric Garner got choked to death, killed on camera for selling loose cigarettes on the street. And yet the boy go in church and kill a bunch of people in cold blood, and they take him without a scratch and bring him to Burger King? Now, you can't reconcile that and be an honest human being, let alone an honest police officer, let alone an honest citizen. You not an honest nothing. You a knock-knee liar is what you are. You horrible. You part of what makes this country not so great. And I don't want to tiptoe around it. I don't want to pussyfoot around it. I don't want to play games with it. I need for some officers to hold other officers accountable for what's right and what's wrong with criminal justice system in this country.
I served as a law officer for a lot of years, and I said something that a lot of people would not agree with me on, that there should be a psychiatric evaluation of all police officers to see if there are some serious psychological problems with them. And if there are, they should not be wearing a pistol and a badge on their chest, because you are supposed to be a public servant. You're supposed to protect and serve. That's your purpose. I was a union official also. And your position, you know, it's a bad reflection on your office that you serving, that when you went to school to learn how to protect and serve your community, you know, and for you to take your weapon out and kill an unarmed person, that's sad. You should never be allowed to wear a weapon or a badge on your chest, on your cap. And there should be a psychiatric evaluation for police officers every year, because one thing I come to realize, you know, police officers, they have serious problems, some of them, you know, and we all have problems, but
right.
we need to, you know, do better than we've been doing, you know, instead of all of this murder.
Yeah, we got. I mean, I don't want to seem like we're attacking officers. As a matter of fact, Mr. Sanders, remember we were talking the other night about a really good officer that lost his life a couple days ago here. A really good officer, a really good person that used to work with.
He was a friend of mine. And this guy was one of the best I had ever worked with. And he never had a harsh word to say about anybody. Never used a curse word. He would go to the end of the earth for you. Give his shirt off his back for you. Now, I had a lot of love in my heart for that officer that lost his life, you know, because we worked together for years. And when I listened to someone tell me, you know, it just lowered my spirit. And over the last few years, I've lost a lot of people that I have a lot of love in my heart for, family and friends, and it caused me to have bad health. You know, I was grieving, and I'm still grieving.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's tough because, you know, you got to walk a fine line between holding people accountable in authority and then also respecting the responsibility that those people have. And this Prince George's County officer who was killed, who actually worked in special assigned to National Harbor where I live, I had just met him a couple months ago. I've only run into him a couple times, but particularly my first interaction with him and conversation with him, he clearly was a person who had a heart for the community, who had a heart for the youth in the community, who was a role model in very real terms and not in the cliche way that we use that term. He was just an open heart. I met him in the McDonald's, just saying thank you for your service. I'm a veteran, and people always say thank you for your service, and I thank police officers, I thank nurses, I thank teachers. I think there's a lot of people in society who contribute that we should be thankful for. And so whenever I see those people in those roles, I as a veteran, as a disabled vet, I make it my business to thank them. And so in the course of thanking him, we had started we struck up a conversation, and the guy, the heart of him really came through. He was very transparent. I usually don't have in-depth conversations with police officers, particularly when they're in uniform and on duty. But he took the time. And for him to lose his life protecting someone in a domestic violence situation when he was off duty is beyond sad to me. And the man who killed him, you know, obviously it was a cowardly act. Shot him as he stepped in the door, you know, and then he, of course, you know, they killed him. You know, they killed him. So, you know, it's just a sad situation, the state of society. And I had a friend of mine on Facebook talking about mental health and what you said. We need to deal with mental health in the schools with our youth. We need to deal with mental health in the force with the officers. And we need to deal with mental health as a society and getting ourselves to a better place. And my friend Vinny was talking about how we have a whole generation that really doesn't know how to deal with rejection, doesn't know how to deal with no, doesn't know how to deal with struggle or difficulty, and have to get to a point where we know something beyond, hey, it's going to be all right. They don't know how to deal with any form of failure. They think failure is almost doesn't exist. So anyway, y'all want to call in, talk about what we talking about. We're going to turn the corner very soon after we take a break, but we're at 240-719-2560, 240-719-2560. You're watching the Hall Street Journal. We're here to educate, edify, enlighten, and entertain. You can call in and talk about the Black Panther, the situation with the school violence. We want to hear your voice, and we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more of the Hall Street Journal. Joey Gambino. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Excuse me.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Me being a poet, I started looking at what caused me to feel like a failure or feel like my life was out of order. And I wrote down a list of things such as financial stress, regret, fear, self-doubt, low self-esteem, low spirit, and rejection, being scorned, and a list of things. And then I had to pray to our Heavenly Father that God would remove these things from my life so I could, so I can progress. So now I think differently. I put down a list of things on the left And for some reason, I put it on the left. All those negative things and negative people that I came in contact with, you know, that caused my spirit to be lowered. And then I put the things that were positive on the right. So I kept reading, and the more I dealt with the positives, the better I felt. Steer clear of the people who are negative. You come around, you're talking negative, and
so you focus on the positive.
Focus on the positive.
Yeah, I mean that's something that we all know that, you know, it's even biblical that, you know, we focus on things that are more lovely and good and uplifting.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, that's what we know we need to do. It's not always easy. It's not always easy. It's something that you have to choose to do. It's an absolute decision. I appreciate everybody for watching. Joey Gambino, Big T, what's going on, brother? Good to see you here, man. Calling on the show, if you got an opportunity, 240-719-2560. We love to hear from you on the Journal, hear other opinions, because we're here to have an edifying discussion, not just to kind of drive our points home. I don't know how many of you watched the comments by President Trump, who talked about arming teachers. We've got a lot of reaction for that on Facebook. A lot of positions that people are taking. I want to hear what your position is. We want to hear from you. We're going to take a quick break, Ron. The number to call in after the break is 240-719-2560. You're watching the Hall Street Journal. Real talk in the building.
Another thing, too, is when you...
We're on a break, right? We're taking a break.
What?
Did you shut it down?
Trying to make it real compared to He's got his war. Folks don't know just what it's for. Nobody gives us a rhyme or reason. Half of $1, they call it treason. With chicken feathers all the way out wonder. God damn it, trying to make it real compared to what suck you to it. Sunday sleeping nod, trying to duck the wrath of God. Preachers filling us with pride. They all trying to teach us what they think is right. They really got to be some kind of I can't use it. Can't make it real compared to what Mother Baby said.
change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turned up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A son's disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the window, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's the one I want you to know. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself, then make a change. Na 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 na. Been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize.
That's the message today. If you want to talk about all the problems, we can talk about the problems all day long, but we got to start dealing with the solution. And the solution always begins with the man and the woman in the mirror. We're just going to take our time and listen to some Mike. Turn it up a little bit.
I wanna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turned up the corner on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind? just disregard a broken bottle top. Everyone and the soul, they follow each other on my window, 'cause they got nowhere to go. Like no one can know. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself, then make a change. Na 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 na. I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize what's up and home. Gotta look at the world, pretending we're not alone. Oh, well, all deep in the sky, somebody's broken heart and a washed out dream. They follow the pattern of going machine, 'cause they got no place to be. That's why I'm starting with me. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself, then make a change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself, then make that change. Starting with the man in the mirror. Asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself.
Today,
Make a change.
you know, we just played a little bit, but the point is to hear the message that Mike was giving us in that song. You know, I can be angry at so many people. We can all do that, but you know what's going to take more courage is for us to accept our own responsibility
100%.
in the whole situation and try to do something better. We're going to look at the problems and hopefully we're going to come together and find some solutions. I know the people in Congress and the lawmakers throughout the country are facing some serious and heavy decisions. They're going to have a great impact, and you know we're going to pray and we're going to participate. We're going to do both. Faith without works is dead.
Faith without works is dead.
Mm-hmm.
We got to work. If you who listening to this program, if you're going in a certain direction and you're not making any progress, and it's a negative direction, you just keep changing your direction and changing your direction until you start going in a positive direction. You got to make some decisions, you know, to set some goals for yourself and think positive. The negatives, it doesn't help you progress. Think positive and put yourself around positive thinking people, people that are going somewhere positive in their lives. A friend of mine, a graduate of GW University with a bachelor's and master's and was studying for a doctorate degree, he told me something. He said, Sanders, I said, yes. He said, if a person does not know where he wants to go in life, he can get on any road of life and it would take him to nowhere. So you don't want to go nowhere, you want to go somewhere.
So you got to know where you're going.
You got to know where you're going.
I always say you can't hit a target if you can't see it.
Right.
And so, you know, it's important for us to have that vision and know what we're trying to achieve, what we're trying to accomplish.
And one other thing I come to realize, you got to have a road map to show you how to get to where you're supposed to be. Your goals, you know, you got to set goals. You can't just be all over the road of life and and doing nothing productive and not utilizing your creative ability and talking negative and tearing people's spirit down. You know who I'm talking to.
Yeah, we know we can't do that. We can't do that. We got to do something positive. We got to do something better. So today was an interesting show. We had some really heavy subject matter. We're talking about the Black Panther movie. That's awesome. We talked about school shootings and violence in the schools and how we remedy the situation. And then also, you know, we can look at it societal issues, but we also looked at, take a moment to reflect on our own part that we take in all this individually. We appreciate everybody who checked out the show. We only out here once a week at 10:30. We're the Hall Street Journal. We're here to educate, edify, enlighten, and entertain. The phone number to the studio is 240-719-2560. And you can also catch us online at voxwave.com. You should come out here and check us out on the regular. We're also broadcasting from Star Imports in Suitland, Maryland on off-road. If you guys are in need of a car, no folks getting those tax returns back, and a lot of people go out there and buy cars. This is a black-owned business. You can check them out and hopefully support them. Let's check out and see what they have on the lot. Might be good for you.
I want to say one more thing before we shut down. I challenge all veterans who drink that contaminated water down in Camp Lejeune to go have yourself checked out and get yourself on that Camp Lejeune contaminated water register. Otherwise, you can't get your money. Go get your money.
Yeah, there's some benefits out there for vets. If you dealt with that, Mr. Sanders had personal experience. And you remind me of the water. If y'all need water filtration, we are sponsored on some levels by American Smart Home. They don't subscribe to our positions, but they support the show with sponsorship. And if you need water filtration in your home, and it is important for you to do this, you can hit us at AmericanSmartHome.com. If you need water filtration, if you need any type of home improvement, we got you covered. We got home improvement financing. Anything you want to do, you want to finish up your basement, any improvements whatsoever, we can provide finance for you, as well as water filtration, HVAC, any home improvement. You want to improve the quality of life, improve the efficiency of your home. We have all that available for you at AmericanSmartHome.com. I appreciate y'all for being here. And Mr. Sanders?
Yes, sir.
You got the last word.
Peace, love, joy, and happiness.
There it is. Real talk in the bed.
In our country, God.